Good evening, friends. Welcome back to the channel. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great time. I appreciate every single one of you for joining me on the channel. Every single time I drop a video, thank you so much. Wherever you're watching from, I very much appreciate you guys. Thank you once again. So Nigeria edged that one against Ivory Coast. 1-0 final score. William Ekong getting the goal, the only goal for that match, and of course, it was a goal that was masterminded by Osimhen. After he was fouled in the penalty area. But what a game it was for us, what a match it was for the boys and the coach, of course. And there's just so much positives to take away from this match, starting with the gaffer himself, Mr. Peseiro. I thought he was absolutely impressive in this game. The way he switched the formation, no one expected it, no one saw this formation coming. And he just pulled it out of his heart and then just deployed these boys in this formation. And then, it sort of allowed us to soak in the pressures of this very strong, very tight Ivorian side. And, didn't allow any of them to really hit us or to really penetrate us. I thought it was really massive, play from the coach here. Sarah had our boys alternating between two formations. First of all, the boys lined up in a 3-4-3 formation when they were coming out from the start of the match. And then later on, when the Ivorians began to attack us, or it felt like they were pushing us, pressing us, trying to get a goal, we saw the guys again reverting into 5-2-3 formation. And, we saw this for the rest of the match. They kept switching on and off, like two separate formations on that pitch. And it was just so brilliant because the 5-2-3 formation was actually meant to soak up these guys' pressures. We saw the likes of Fofana asking a lot of questions, running riots, disturbing, trying to see if he could get a goal. But that formation was all just built to soak in all those pressures from Fofana, Cassie, the likes of Jeremy Boga. All those guys, they were completely shut out by the formation. So big kudos to Peseiro there. And then again, who am I even going to call and leave the other one? The boys, the outfield players, they were completely exceptional. We saw the likes of Aina playing completely outstanding, in his position, locking out Jeremy Broga. She didn't even have one dribble on him. But Aina was constantly going forward, helping supporting the attack, by dribbling in that right flank, trying to get in some crosses. We saw that play out very well. And then also, Sanusi, of course, was also, he was average, to say the least, but he wasn't as outstanding as the other players. But of course, we saw him move forward a lot of times and try to bring those crosses. And then again, when you come to the goalkeeper, we saw again this guy is a man of confidence. He's someone that people are already tipping to be the next Enyama. We saw his composure. We saw his quality as a goalkeeper. We saw the save that he actually did in the first half to keep us at 0-0. There was one save that he came out and he blocked, and another one again, the way he came out and he parried the ball away from the Ivorian attacker. So it was a really impressive play from the goalkeeper, and he's now had a clean sheet, which is obviously very massive for him. All the likes of Calvin Bassey running riot. Calvin Bassey was a complete beast in that game. For the first time, it felt like he was playing his natural position. His natural position is 3, not a central back or central defense. So this formation actually gave him that opportunity to overlap towards that 3 position to mark out players, and we saw how he did that exceptionally. Even when the likes of Sanusi, had overlapped and was not in his position, Bassi closed up, in that position and blocked out any man that was trying to, get through that side. And then you go forward. We saw our forward players, obviously, doing well. Of course, Lukman, we saw him. He was good. He was really good, but not as great because there wasn't really much connection between he and Osimhen and Chukwueze. There wasn't anyone who was really, linking those attacking players together. Lukman was most of the time trying to get the ball and running from the midfield to pass the ball to Osimhen. So Osimhen was also impressive. He was impressive, although we've not seen the best of him. He missed a very good chance, in early on in that match. But of course, it was his weaker foot, and you can forgive him for that because his natural foot is right. But then again, great play from Osimhen to actually win us that penalty, which is of course the reason why we have a winner over Ivory Coast. And then of course, we have a few guys who also didn't play up to the expectations for them. He will be being one of them, although he wasn't played in his natural position. But again, I felt he could have done more than that, but nevertheless, there's still room for improvement. There's still more work to be done in terms of getting the best tactics that will get the best out of our players. Chukwueze again was another player that didn't really perform well. He was, to be honest, slow. I thought he had pace, but he felt like he was slow in this game, and he couldn't really think fast to give that passes or make those runs and place the ball, do whatever he wants. But he wasn't really productive in this match, and I'm sure, of course, the coach will be very will have seen all these things, and will have been thinking of possible ways to get these players that are not performing to start performing. Because when all our players start to perform, that's when we'll get the best of the Nigerian Super Eagles. But kudos to the guys for getting this victory. And now we are in the second position, just below Guinea, just below Equatorial Guinea. And then we saw that Equatorial Guinea actually thrashed Guinea-Bissau 4-1, which means that first game was the way that we played. We thought that they were an easy team. But we're now saying that these guys are, in fact, a strong team. The way they beat the other guys. That's Nsue guy that troubled our defense. We saw that he got a hat-trick, in that game. And now we are second place. They are in the first position. They're only leading us by goal difference, but the points are the same, tied points at 4 points. But they have like 5 goals, and then we have like 2 goals. Great performance from the guys. We are so happy. Nigerians are so proud of the guys, for coming out victorious in that game. If not for anything, for that single bragging right of the fact that we had not, prior to this game, we had not defeated Ivory Coast in their home soil. But we finally are able to break that jinx today, and of course in their home soil, in their own competition that they hosted, we defeated them. That's 1-0. So I'll just move on to the next update that I have, and it's the fact that Osimhen was actually the man of the match. I know, of course, a lot of people were gunning for Calvin Bassey to be the man of the match, but officially was given to Osimhen. If it was possible to give 2 players man of the match, I'm sure that Bassey would be considered as well. But there you go, Osimhen getting the man of the match after putting up a great show tonight. Being the person that brought that penalty. So I think it was well deserved, really. Although Bassey also was very, very exceptional, but Osimhen gets the man of the match, so congratulations to him. And then again, he finally got to meet his idol, Didier Drogba. That Osimhen has always been the one, to say on interviews that Didier Drogba is his idol. He watches Didier Drogba a lot when he was small, how he plays, how he scores goals, and all of that. So he finally gets to meet Didier Drogba. Didier Drogba, in fact, came to the boys' locker changing room, and then he met with Victor Osimhen. Just 2 great players, great respect for them. Osimhen, very humble guy, showed his respect, and they just talked a bit, and then laughed a bit, and that was it. Drogba actually came twice. He came before the game, and then he came after the game, to congratulate Osimhen for that one. So that one is by the way. And then the last update I have for this video is the fact that Gift Orban's move to Olympique Lyon has now been confirmed. So he's now effectively joined Lyon after passing the medical for the club, and has also now signed for the club. So he's going to stay at the club until 2028 June. That's when his contract is going to run out. And then of course big opportunity for him. Great league. French Ligue is far better than the Belgian league that he was playing before, and now he gets to be in the limelight where people can actually see him, see his quality, see what he has to offer to the world, and hopefully he performs very well, and then he gets called up to Super Eagles. Guys, that's the video. Thank you for catching this one. I appreciate every single one of you for stopping by to watch the video, and so to my subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. If you're watching the video and you're not subscribed, please do well to subscribe to the channel, and welcome to the family. Thank you so much, and then stay tuned to the channel.